Nice to say.
Crisis actors.
Do they know who you are, though?
Guys, I got 20 in it for
Yeah.
you. Just come up right as I'm going to camera.
This is
Chris
not,
Haynes.
not the dude from San Francisco?
Chris Haynes.
Is he joining us, Amin?
No.
He's actually he's right next to me in the room next to me in the hotel.
We're at the Red Roof Inn? I thought Chris is
Citizens.
Red Roof?
I've upgraded this time. Citizen M.
Well, don't say where you're.
in.
Good
Yeah,
point.
come on.
Good point.
Yeah, well,
I'm an idiot.
well,
you just
yeah,
dox
Fix that in,
yourself,
we'll
right?
fix that in post. We'll fix that in
Yeah.
post.
Yeah, no.
Rookie. Sorry. Dumb
We are
movers.
live. Welcome to the Le Batard Postgame Show.
Do you want to give out
Amin
your credit
is
card
in-
number too, or are you gonna?
Yeah.
I'll give out my
Amin
social
and Mo,
every few minutes. I'll give out a new
social
number.
Mother's made it. Mother's made
For
it.
every 25 likes, Mo Dakio will help you steal his identity.
What was the make and model of your first car?
You know what the funniest thing is? He'll help you steal his identity, and then minutes later, you'll give it back to him when you realize
True.
it's worthless.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I might try to steal yours. It might work out better.
Mhm. Might be better.
116-100. Golden State falls apart in the fourth quarter,
Lawler's Law.
and the Celtics prevail 116-100. Lots to get into on this show. Amin is there on the court in Boston.
I'm actually not.
what's the
I'm
scene?
sitting. I'm sitting in the second row. Usually, this is what I believe is the.
I'll check
Radio
NBA
row.
TV. I'll tell
So
you.
this is where. Oh yeah, I'm actually right behind their set. If I stand up right now, I'm right over Kristen Ledlow's right shoulder, between her and,
Oh,
and
no.
Brendan Todd Haywood. So yeah, so if I do this whole thing standing up, then you guys are looking at my crotch though, so that won't work.
Well, speaking
You
of
know what's funny?
crotches,
Okay.
your crotch.
Scott Foster is 13-0 with the Celtics this year.
Cox Sports.
Cox sources
Shout out to Cox
reporting
Sports. Cox Sports.
that's the Boston Celtics are now 13-0 with Scott Foster officiating this postseason.
Amin could not have said cock sources on NBA radio any more today than you did.
Oh man.
You said it three
I want-
times.
I wanted
about a
everyone to
minute.
know. I wanted everyone to know how ridiculous it was. Like this is just ridiculous that reputable outlets are falling for something that is so clear. It's so clearly of not a serious source. But it's funny how like they'll exchange anything.
Cox sources.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how inflammatory does the word or does the name have to be for people to not take it seriously? Like, where does it have to go? Like, Ballsack is already.
Is that me or him? That's me.
Ballsack has already claimed people. Cox sources has already claimed people. Well, how bad does it have to be for people to not fall for the okie doke?
I mean, look, it can't get Ballsack and cock sources can't get much worse, right? Like the asshole Journal Constitution would be the only other thing that I can think of that would be just way too much.
I still think you probably would get a couple people with that one
Oh,
just
I'm
because
sure,
they're so quick to react. You'll get
Yeah.
somebody to jump. Gotta be the
Um,
first one to retweet it.
Mm-hmm. It's value in
So, I mean, what was your feeling from? Oh, he just left us.
He
'cause
just
that. He froze. Yeah, he's been
he
froze.
froze up.
for a little bit. Wow, we're
Froze
really
it.
zoomed in now.
Mo, you're the video coordinator under Greg Popovich. Now you're the video coordinator under Steve Kerr. What are you doing after what you saw this game 3, lose by 16 points? It's got to come on the boards, some sort of adjustment on the boards, right?
I mean, it's on the boards, but I think even before that, Tom, I think it's just your individual defense. Like these guys just drove into the paint over and over again. They got to the rim. So, like, you're the one that kind of brought it up after game 2 about how little they were getting to the rim. And in this game, according to Cleaning the Glass, they had 26 shots at the rim and drew 5 fouls. In game 1, I think it was a total of 5. You know, like I think just trying to find a way to stay solid. I thought Draymond reached too much. I thought they were sloppy and just their one-on-one defense. I think that's really the first starting point, was they're just giving up penetration way too easily.
Yeah, I actually think that part of that too was I thought they overhelped a lot, making the decision so easy for Tatum and Brown because I guess specifically for Tatum because he was the one attacking early, and they're over rotating, meaning like they're rotating way before they need to, which just gives the decision to the Celtics of like you're one pass away from a shot rather than pass, swing, try to drive, whatever. And the Celtics didn't really have to work for anything offensively in that first quarter. And then at that point, like they're in a rhythm, and yeah, like the Warriors third quarter comes, but they're able to weather that. It's not too bad. Like it's bad, but it's not too bad. And then they go out in the fourth quarter and go on a 9-2 run to start the quarter, push it back to double digits. And I think a lot of that was just instead of forcing the Celtics into tougher shots, they just said, here, the pass is over there. And it's to anybody you want. It could be to Jaylen Brown. Like it doesn't have to be to Derek White or Marcus Smart. Like it could be to whoever you want. Like it's just one pass away and there you go.
I think it really
a great
hurt
example
the Warriors.
of that.
Yeah, go ahead.
A great example of that was that pass Tatum hit in the second half to Pritchard for 3. You know, when he's coming off, they were already way over in on the weak side, and Tatum's really just getting inside the 3-point line and whips that one there because Pritchard's just so wide open. I think that's a great example of what Zach's talking about.
I loved seeing the aggressiveness from Jaylen Brown tonight, 22 points in the first half. Kind of disappeared in the second half a little bit. But when Jason Tatum got it going, it didn't really matter all that much. But I'd love to see, I mean, that first half from Jaylen Brown was as good as you'll see out of anybody in the finals. I mean, that was outstanding. And defensively, he had a couple nice plays as well. And also the fact that Steph Curry picked up those 2 fouls early, he got hunted, and I think he just couldn't apply the pressure defensively, and they hunted him every time down the floor. So that also contributed to the fact that here in game 3, the Celtics had 32 pointers. In games 1 and 2 combined, they had 37 as a team, the lowest 2-point output in NBA Finals history for the first 2 games. So they get 30 in game 3 after getting 37 combined games 1 and 2. They just attacked relentlessly, starting with Jaylen Brown in the first half.
Everyone's favorite COVID victim is walking past me right now. Slowly walking behind the NBA TV set. No one's
that could be a dozen people.
Yeah,
I know.
Do you want to get him on the show, or
why not?
Why are the Phoenix Suns there?
Hey,
I don't get it.
Oh,
yeah, that was a weird story this afternoon. Seeing that,
Yeah. Shout out to the Athletics.
Did it come out? Is it official?
Oh,
I mean, it's
there's an
not
outbreak
official.
Hold on.
not what I think you're about to say.
Yeah.
Amin literally
me.
just went mute as soon as he started talking about it.
Yeah, he just got cut out by the Illuminati. Oh, that's okay. At least he got to dap somebody up.
Yo, no, okay. So the question I'm going to ask is about a certain someone contracting a certain pandemic.
I don't believe
related
names are.
There are no
out.
names yet.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
Names were not in the article.
But the fact that someone contracted it was
Not just someone. Many people.
multiples.
There was an outbreak.
there was an assistant coach that they identified that was positive.
By name?
And there was
By
questions
name or
after,
just-
by name. Yes.
By name,
Who?
Brian Gates.
BG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well done. Zach just passed NBA nicknaming protocols 101. If your
nickname,
initials
I'll
are
tell you.
BG, your nickname is
Yeah.
going to be BG no matter what.
Yeah.
So I think also in this game we got to talk about that 407 mark, how pivotal that moment was, where they had the wrestling match on the floor. Stephen Curry gets rolled up on. Al Horford dives on the floor. I think 17 different players rolled up on there. I mean, you were pretty high up, but
I have no idea what happened because can I get into my complaining?
I would love
my
for you to
Yes.
complain about your media
Okay.
treatment.
who
at
had it in the
NBA
first
finals.
10 minutes? Who had the under?
We all did. We all did.
So I don't like this building for many reasons, right? Number one, it's a hockey building, meaning much like Staples, when they have overflow, they put us all in the hockey press box, which is literally the very top of the world. I'm looking down on the banners from where I was sitting. That's number one. Number two is, unlike many other arenas where you can navigate through escalators and stairwells or whatever, it's a very elevator dependent building, and everybody's using the elevator. Like there isn't like a freight elevator versus press elevator versus open to the public. It's just all elevators that everyone can use. So getting up and downstairs is really tough in here. But maybe the worst part is the replay here is they don't replay shit. I'm not even talking about highlights. Like Robert Williams had a big block in the third quarter, I believe, right? I have no idea what it looked like because they wouldn't replay it, but they did replay like Marcus Smart fouling Jordan Poole on the elevator doors. I'm like, why is that a replay? Who cares? Nobody gives a shit. He trucked the guy. Show me the highlights. Show me the cool thing. Show me when someone got flagrantly fouled. Like, I have no idea. When Curry, with the 7-point play, I still don't know what happened. I'm just assuming. Hey, John Hollinger. I'm just assuming Al Horford slipped his.
Can you yell at John to sign Ricky Davis for me?
Oh, he already walked away.
Is Tim Reynolds around? You must be careful. If Tim Reynolds is around, be careful.
Yeah, I don't want to scream too loud.
I don't want to be too loud here. I'm looking at Wendy and Zach Lowe over here too. They're recording their podcast. They got courtside seats. That's because they're not using video. I'm using video, so I have to be sitting with a desk and everything. I even put. Oh, you know what? I got the tripod here. But no. So they don't show replays, right?
Hell yeah.
And then upstairs in the press box, there's no TVs. There's no TVs. There's not even that little screen that gives me what the stats are. So the whole time I'm checking on my phone to figure out like who has what. It just isn't a very media friendly building for this amount of media, I would say. Don't get me started on the dining, by the way. Hey, here's an idea. How about we have enough forks? How about that?
Oh, wow.
But everyone here is very nice. I'll give them that. Like they're very nice and polite and apologetic for some of the things they didn't have here, but it just is a little tough, man. You know, I yelled that too. We're walking on the floor.
Do you want to? Do you want now after all that? Do you want to know what happened to Curry in the scrum there, or are we past that?
No, he doesn't care.
I mean, like,
there's a loose ball.
He doesn't care if a potential injury happened to the Finals MVP right now. It's just whether or not he has a fork in the media room. That's what he cares about.
I mean,
but people
let's
were nice.
Be honest, like
they're very nice to him.
That's true.
They were nice. They were like, catering was amazing. Like the food was good. What little food was left when I got in there, but
that's great analysis.
But the catering was tremendous.
So there's a scrum.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you what.
The ball was falling around, and Steph Curry dives on the ground. Al Horford dives onto the ground, lays onto his leg. Not intentional. There was no sort of deli stuff going on here or Grayson Allen stuff going on here. And Steph Curry is grimacing on the ground. Draymond Green gets his 6th foul. He gets disqualified. Tries to get thrown out, even though he's already disqualified. Courtney Kirkland made the call, and he was just drawing at Courtney Kirkland. I don't know what he was trying to do, but Draymond was playing so badly in this game that it was worse for him to be on the floor than it was off the floor.
Was terrible.
He was awful. And he hasn't been good this whole series.
Do you guys want some exclusive in-arena analysis that I'm pretty sure you guys did see on TV? So literally every timeout, every break, Paul Pierce would get up from his seat and just hold court in that little corner of courtside land, talking shit to God knows who. I recorded it once. It was like 2 straight minutes of him just strolling around in a circle, talking trash to these people here, telling these people here to sit down, pumping his, beating his chest. He had this big varsity jacket on, and he did this every single time out. I was floored. I was like, how much? Well, what's up,
Tom? Amin would do it during the game. Let's just be honest. Like Amin would be out there during the game, and screaming on the other sideline.
I'm not. Oh no, I never used to watch games out in the arena, out in the bowl. When I worked for the team. I was always in the back.
You're also not like a legend at the Suns, right? Like Paul Pierce is a legend with the.
I'm whatever the opposite of a legend is. I'm like
he's soaking it in,
an undesirable.
Taking look at me, Louis, to the 10,000th degree. And you know what?
Me or Paul?
No, Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce.
Oh, okay.
Paul Pierce. Relax. We're joking.
Yeah. I'm about to say.
Well, I mean, you are behind the NBA TV set, so it's not a.
You got all these people sitting in between us, though. Like, standing in
Probably
between
just
us.
to block
Guys,
you at this point because the scouting report's out.
These
I
are
would
all
love it if
NBA employees, though. That's true.
they're all set. They all know.
you
They
know.
know. I mean, that's.
Hey,
it.
did
Word
anyone
is
have any
out.
questions in the chat, guys?
I didn't look.
Hey, chat guys, did they wheel him to his seat tonight? Good one, Adam Jameson. No, and they might have wheeled him out. To be honest with you,
Oh boy. Oh
He
boy.
was-
Oh wow!
Right? I'm just saying, Paul was.
He pooped himself.
He's had himself a time. He had himself a
He's-
time.
he enjoyed himself quite a bit.
Yeah.
Roberto T wants to know, how was Nelly? Nelly was good. He really hit the medley cadence on all of his. I mean, he did like one verse from every song and then moved it to the next one. It reminded me of like Diana Ross and the Supremes, like just going through song by song by song by song. And for the first time in the history of halftime acts, he was done before the players came out on the floor.
He's a professional.
impressive.
Nelly knows what he's
That's
doing.
No, everyone always goes over. Everyone always has the
Yeah.
players waiting for them to get done. By the way, the other thing was, I was
is
trying to
not
figure
a
out,
response to what I said. By the way, there was no rebuttal to what I said needed there. I said he's a professional. He knows what he's doing. You said no. Everybody else does this. I'm
No,
just
no,
talking
no.
about
I
Nelly.
said-
This
no,
isn't
man.
Rob
Let's
Bass or Vanilla Ice.
Whoa, easy before you besmirch the name of Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
Look,
Okay,
I've seen him many times at basketball games. Always late getting off the court.
it
That's-
takes two
That's
though.
a Zach Harper exclusive right there.
Zach, look.
The best one I've seen has been Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh boy.
Cleveland.
The funny thing about it was, I was trying to figure out what the connection was. Why is Nelly here?
Jason
And I
Tatum.
realized, the Jason Tatum was from St. Louis, but he literally saw 0% of the act. The whole thing was like, he didn't catch any of it in the beginning, and didn't catch any of it in the end.
Maybe
Guys,
that's
I'm
why
really-
they came
I'm
out so bad in the third quarter, though. Maybe he actually said, "Screw it, I'm going to skip halftime and watch this." Oh, okay, good talk.
I'm
Draymond
really getting
was so
concerned that
bad
my
tonight,
streak,
man.
my streak.
I'm sorry.
We
No,
got it.
I'm trying
Draymond's
to-
antics got him out of the game. Like they
Yeah,
got him.
right.
Like he didn't have like his passing was terrible. He had one pass. He tried to move it up floor with Wiggins streaking down the right side, and he threw it right to Al Horford. There was no window for that pass. It was such a horrible, horrible look. And I was wondering. I was like, that's what Jason Williams would do in like a preseason game. Like,
Right.
what are you doing there?
He's so scared to shoot the ball that, I mean, right now I think he's 4-19 in this series, 5-19 in this series from shooting, and they're just not guarding him. The Warriors are playing
There's no
3
nature.
against 5 every time down the half court because they don't have anyone who can shoot outside of Clay and Jordan Poole and Steph. So it's 3 against 5. Draymond has to have some sort of looking to score, get to the rim, because right now it's completely compromising the Warriors' offense. And defensively, he's just getting murdered on the boards. Like
Guys, I have another in arena update, by the way. I believe the Stephen A. Smith freeze is official, because not once but twice I was sitting as one of a row of people, like pregame, and he did the dap everybody but me twice.
Is this me and Rich,
Like,
me and
just
Rich
a
Paul at
smooth
Summer League?
loss.
Is that it? Was it like that?
No, it was. I think it was like Rich. I literally don't think Rich even registered you. Like, you're just another white face,
Yeah, it's
and then
fine.
he just moved on.
It's possible, yeah. I mean, I was one of the few people with a microphone on, and it was 3 times.
You look like you're a producer.
I guess I was sitting
Right?
next to
It
Evan
could've been a
Cohen. I don't know what to
producer.
tell you. I guess so.
Oh, it's funny because Evan Cohen once started an interview with Rich Paul. Like, I've said a lot of bad things about you. Evan Cohen just launched with like shitting on him to start. I'm like, what are you doing, Evan? No, man, I'm beginning to get concerned about this, man.
Because of
Is
the,
this-
but he's fine with Chris Redd doing an impression of him.
Oh, but I think, first of all, Chris Redd's impression is terrible. Let's just
I think
start
the
there.
important thing, I mean, is he needs to see it in person, and then he'll understand. So I think, like,
sure.
whenever you
Yeah.
if you do it in front of him,
Just
I
go
think
into
that will fix it, and it'll be,
Yeah.
he'll
Thanks.
he'll
Thanks,
get
Mo.
it.
You want to
you
drop
do- Happy
that
to help. Happy
Social
to help.
Security? Want to drop that SSN one more time?
Can I hear me
CJ McCollum
doing
there.
a Chris Redd impression of Stephen A?
CJ just walked.
I think CJ's
right
there to box you out of the shot. He's just standing in the background for no reason.
Oh,
no,
no.
He's behind Zeke.
No, it's a different. Yeah, no, I'm literally. Well, you can't see me because of all these NBA people were legitimately building like a wall. I should stand up, but then you guys are gonna see my crotch. Wait, hold on. Let me hold my laptop.
Somebody should.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, man, I ain't gonna argue that. All right, let's see. I don't think I'm in the wide shot.
Nah, well,
yeah.
They're still on Zeke right now.
No, it's still on Zeke. I can see that.
Oh
monitor.
No, it's not.
It's great
Zach,
podcasting.
I'll give you a Zach Harper exclusive. As soon as they cut to the shot where I can see Amin, you guys talk basketball.
There we go.
There we
Let's
go.
do that.
All right. Oh, it switched for just a second. And a little bit of daylight.
Can you talk to me about the drop coverage on Steph Curry? Was it successful? There was a couple moments where it looked like a horrible disaster where Al Horford gives him a 7-point play, and other times Robert Williams is way below the level. In your eyes, how did the Celtics do guarding Steph Curry and Klay Thompson?
I mean, I actually thought it was asinine. I thought it's crazy that they were doing it in the first place. I think the whole concept of it against Steph didn't make a lot of sense with Horford, and he got going, man. I mean, like,
raise your arm.
They got moving and started knocking down shots. I mean, Steph finished 6 of 11 from 3, and Klay Thompson went 5 of 13. I mean, like, you know, they're not the most amazing numbers, but a lot of them were off a drop in those instances. You know,
would you be over left shoulder? Her left shoulder?
Left shoulder.
Yes, I see you.
There's the one play where Klay Thompson gets the 3. You know, off of Rob Williams, and you see Udoka's reaction, like he goes completely nuts and starts yelling at Williams. And I think, you know, it's just funny to me that they're staying in this, and I think it's more just, hey, we'll live with that. We're not going to let anybody else score. It's really what I think their attitude is. But it's wild to me to keep seeing it over and over again. I mean, I don't see the value in it for them defensively.
It's terrible. It's a terrible strategy.
Hey, the greatest shooter ever. Let's just let him step into 3-pointers.
Yeah, like, man, if he comes back and gets it and works and has to run off 5 screens and everything, like, cool. Then he does. Then he's working. You're not making him work at all, and it's just dumb. I also thought it was dumb, and it obviously works out. They win by 16 points, but I thought it was dumb that when he got 2 fouls, it was like 3 or 4 minutes left in the first quarter. They maybe went at him like 4 times the rest of the first half. Like they just like Tatum went once. Marcus Smart posted him up once, like that, but there wasn't a whole lot. And it's like you can run that switch at like that's you by not doing that, you leave open the third quarter attack, right? Like you leave that open. There's no reason for him to pull back at all. There's no reason to mess with his minutes. He's able to find a rhythm. And so if they can get him into foul trouble early in next game, which I think they can, because it's something that does happen to Steph often enough, they have to go at him the whole time to cut the legs out from any potential third quarter run by him at least.
Yeah, and it's just wild in the sense of we know what they're going to do in the third quarter. Like they're going to explode in the third quarter, and they stayed in dry. I was just thinking like, okay, they're going to change it in the third quarter, start blitzing him, start trapping, start going really kind of going off. And when they stayed in dropping and the run is happening, I'm like, at that point, more than any time, you got to start changing it. They don't, and I mean, they got away with it.
It feels weird to be criticizing the team that won by 16 points too. You know, like
that's the other thing. That's the other thing.
What's that about?
It feels like they got away with it because I think we feel like we know the Warriors have been here. The Warriors were probably the better team from the first 2 games. This is look at me, Louis.
Why not?
You are never allowed to yell at and complain about any coach being a look at me, Louis.
I mean, I see him. I see him out there. Yeah.
Oh no. I'm gonna tell you what the difference is, Mo. The difference is I'm not sitting here denying and acting like I just wanted to say hello. I'm not doing that. That's what makes them a look at me, Louis. When you can't even admit that you're being a look at me, Louis, that's what makes you a look at me, Louis.
What are the first 2 games?
That was like an accident. I didn't mean it.
The first game was an accident. The second game was not. The second game was not.
When I wore pink, when I wore hot pink.
Yeah, you made an absolute point to do that, and it was just funny, man. But you're almost like the dude Ty from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they're doing the music video episode, and he just kind of starts jumping in, and they're like,
video.
And he's like, I was trying to be in the video. So that's you.
What a classic episode.
But we should talk about some of the good stuff the Celtics did, right? Like Rob Williams looks pretty good when he's healthy and has a few days rest. Like he had the Warriors kind of just, they'd get into the paint and just see him and go, nah, we're good. Kick it back out.
Yep.
I'm not interested in that instance. And then the block on Steph that, Amin wasn't able to see again. Like he was just unbelievable in the paint overall.
Let me say this. Bad block.
Oh,
Keep it in
yeah.
bounds.
Block.
Keep it in bounds.
They retained possession. They hit a 3 on the play, I think.
Because and he over-rotated. He actually ended up pulling in from the strong side corner, which is something that he does do. So you're right.
This is why I don't
Forget it.
why I don't play defense. Yeah.
That's not
Even
why
when
you
you
don't
make
play
good
defense.
plays, when you get
Yeah,
blocked.
exactly.
Yo,
Yeah, even when you make good plays, it goes against you.
From the comments, I just want to say H. Gore says, no joke, most Twitter is one of the big winners of the NBA playoffs. Just great stuff, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, see?
Appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Renaissance
if-
Man says, I agree. 2-3-2 zone will work the best against the Warriors. That's 7 guys on the floor. I like
Agreed.
that.
Yep. Yeah.
And Mo, if the fans on Twitter wanted a single additional item of basketball analysis, where would
Be
they
careful. Nick
find
Wright
that?
just started a single additional item every week on FS1.
Single additional item.
Yeah.
I believe you were referring to the One Mo Thing videos.
Now, Mo, we can only get those in a limited way, right? It's not across all platforms where you're supposed to post it.
You can find it anywhere. You can find it on Twitter. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Instagram. I'm even on TikTok, guys. By the way, I'm spending way too much time on TikTok now. It's getting a little bit weird. But same handle, the same one you see right there, MODAKHIL_NBA across all platforms. I'm putting it up everywhere I can.
Can I ask you a question? Was there a Mo Dakhil NBA without the underscore? Did someone take that one?
You dick.
Was there just a Mo Dakhil?
I think there was. I'm gonna find him. There was.
No, but
What about Muhammad
was there an
Dakhil?
NBA? And
I wasn't going to go with
NBA.
Muhammad. I wanted to be a little, I didn't want to get in more trouble.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. But I'm wondering why you put the underscore there. Like,
I don't know. It just felt like the thing to do at the time. I didn't know what the hell I was doing on Twitter to begin with. So, So that's just kind of my answer there. I mean, I was late to Twitter. I didn't get to have the fun times of Twitter because I was in the NBA at that point. So I didn't get the good old days.
Yeah, you had to wait for Doc Rivers to fire you.
Yeah, and it worked out. I appreciate it. I actually told him, I said, great, I'm going to go start a Twitter account.
Zach, can you explain why your handle is Talk Hoops across all platforms?
Because my first website was talkhoops.net. Yes, talkhoops.com already existed. So I just talkhoops.net, and then I was at talkhoops. And then I actually tried to get at Zach Harper. I think it's some dude in New Zealand who hasn't tweeted in like 20 years. And
maybe that's the guy that Bill Simmons was blocking.
Maybe he just hates all Kiwis, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm glad I didn't get it. I'm glad I had to stick with Talk Hoops. It's just it's better for branding purposes.
I'm wondering for the crowd, do you guys like want actual serious hardcore basketball analysis right now, or do you want this? You want this
with the
shit,
hijinks?
Right?
Banter.
You want that?
Banter. And I mean showing his crotch and trying to get on TV.
Yeah.
Cock sources. Hey, here's the next thing,
guys.
So many times on NBA radio. It's a family channel.
No, I mean, look,
it's a legitimate media outlet.
I was quoting something. And I was making the point that real legitimate outlets are falling for this every single time. And why, like, how? It goes back to the whole thing. It's like people want to believe. They want to believe that whatever ridiculous stat they found on Twitter is real, and they want to do the minimum amount of work to verify it.
I question, did you and Tom happen to talk to somebody who does do those things on a certain podcast that you guys have?
We sure did.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, Ballsack, Mr. Ballsack. We spoke straight to the source, not cock source. We went to the original, the OG Ballsack Sports. Which episode was that, Maze?
Yeah, he's not here.
Not here. Okay.
It was probably like year 4, right?
Here.
Right? I mean, like year 4 or year 5 or.
Nick Wright
no.
That's a deep.
That's why Illuminati doesn't go in years. Yeah, Cinepop goes in years. Illuminati doesn't.
Nick Wright is saying Golden State is now 2-9 in their last 11 finals games without Kevin Durant. What happened before that? Why did we only go 11 finals games?
But also, why do we only go when they lose?
Favor.
Do we update it when they win?
No.
I didn't hear that they were 2-8.
And what was Kevin Durant's finals record without Steph Curry? What was it? 1-4? Is that it? Okay.
1-4, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The Steph.
Well, I mean, it goes back to the whole Michael Jordan is 6-0 in the finals. Like, well, do we have his record when he doesn't make the finals? You want to talk about that one? No.
I mean, no. That's never happened. He's only been in the playoffs 6 times. Stop lying.
Only goes to the finals. He plays, goes to the finals, never misses the playoffs, never gets knocked out in the first round. None of those.
Yeah,
things.
and when he came back and lost to the Magic in the Eastern Conference playoffs, that he wasn't rested enough. He didn't get back.
Come on, Tom. He's coming in
season.
parachuting midway through the season. Like there's no way, no training camp. What did you expect from him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tubby's asking me.
Definitely added to the total. Yeah.
Oh,
Tubby in the comments is asking me to go around to do interviews. I can't because literally this is a laptop and I have a box here and it's just too much equipment, man. Like it would be the most. What's up, Dom?
Box and 1. I mean,
shut up.
Triangle and 2. No, nothing else. Okay, good.
So the Warriors do have to actually keep playing Draymond, right?
Yeah, it's live.
He's got to be better. He's got to be better. There's no question about it. Like he's even said, I have a tweet from Marcus Thompson in the press conference, and he just said I was soft, and he said I played like shit. Like they're not going to
say hi to Dom, guys.
Play well. Hey, Dom, how are you?
Hey, Dom.
There you go. Yeah, you remember Mo, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I've met everybody on here.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You have. Have you met Zach?
Yeah, of course. I have met.
Oh
Zach.
man, I'm feel sorry for you.
What, like 3 years ago?
Zach, when's the last time you
we
came to the
first met.
finals? 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably 3
years
years ago.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot, Dom.
I saw her at a Lakers Bucks blowout at Staples Center or Crypto or whatever. Went to some. I don't know.
This year?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would have been this year as a blowout.
Yeah, it was only Lakers game I went to.
Crypto Center. So,
yeah.
But Tom, you're right though. Like they got to play Draymond, but the other thing too is they got to play Looney. He only got 17 minutes. You're getting crushed on the boards. I just think you got to at least play big. Even I don't even think their small ball lineups really working that well.
I see. So this is what I said. I said I don't. It's kind of counterintuitive. Maybe it's because I don't believe in Jordan Poole. Maybe that's why. But I don't think the Poole party lineup works. I think they have an advantage when they got Looney out there because it forces Boston to go big, and Boston's bigs are not active in the painted area as far as scoring touch. They're active on the glass, but I think Looney gives you a better chance at combating that. And so I'm like, I don't know. It's counterintuitive. We're so used to the Warriors going small and being the advantage team or the aggressor. I think it actually helps Boston more when they go small.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jordan Poole played. Yeah, go ahead.
Jordan Poole's doing nothing. Like he's not getting any dribble penetration. When he does, he gets to the middle of the paint and then just starts pivoting left and right, not knowing what to do with the ball. He'll either throw up a bad shot or just pass it out to 35 feet for someone not ready to do anything with the ball. Like he looks so lost out there. He can't get by Peyton Pritchard. He can't get by anybody right now.
Dude, I don't understand. Like sometimes I'm confused by Steve Kerr's like trust power ranking. The people he trusts and doesn't trust is just crazy. Sometimes it's bizarre.
Draymond fouls out and he goes to Andre Iguodala, who didn't play all game. Like it was just like there's just things.
And instantly gave up an alley-oop dunk. And I get it, man. I mean, I get it. He's, but he's been through the wars. But Mo, you know what it reminds me of? You're absolutely right. But it reminds me of like the Heat being down 3 and like Eric Spoelstra drawing up a play for Dwayne Wade, who hadn't hit a 3 since December, and it's a playoff game. Like they have this weird trust level, and every once in a while it pays off, and that makes it like buys them goodwill for the next 100 times it doesn't.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why you play Poole and Clay together. Like to me, they're oil and water. Like they do. Poole just never looks at Clay, and Clay never looks at Poole, and they just play in silos. And I think even if you look at their plus minus when they're on the court together, it's like the only negative plus minus of the tandems on the Warriors. Like the top 20 tandems on the Warriors on court plus minus, it's negative. Like Poole and Clay should not be playing together.
I mean, Tom, there was a great example at the end of the half, or excuse me, the end of the third quarter, whereas you knew as soon as Clay touched the ball, it was going up. But when he caught it, the Celtics doubled, and he had Poole wide open. It would have just been an easy pass to hit Poole. Boom, and that's a clean three right there. You're 100% right in that area with that. To me, just less Poole in general is probably a better thing. But, with what it means saying, what everybody's saying, like, just play big. There's a reason why the Celtics are going in playing some ball like 3 minutes into the game.
I've texted twice to a certain group chat, and I'll just say right here, Jordan Pooladipo. That's what he's playing like, Jordan Pooladipo. Got a big ovation the first time I threw it into that chat. Because Poole then becomes Oladipo, and I was, we were criticizing Victor Oladipo in the way he was playing earlier in the playoffs. And so Jordan Poole is not playing well right now, so he's the new Oladipo, but it's Jordan Pooladipo.
Yeah. We get it, man. Yep.
I mean, can you say how to Sully while you're there, or what's going on?
There's a lot of Sullys.
Yeah, I saw one passing by in a Celtics green shirt just now.
I could walk out into the street and just yell Sully. It's just see 25 heads turned right away.
How about the Derek White dude, the very white dude who wore a Derek White jersey just in body paint?
That was amazing,
it was just
man.
Derek White's
jersey. If you're gonna feed into the stereotype, you may as well go all in. It was.
I'm a little upset it wasn't Pritchard, though. That would have been so good.
That would have been great. Yeah.
Although it might have been Pritchard in this. It might have actually been him.
It's probably one of Jay King's brothers. That's what it is. Like,
are we sure it wasn't Jay?
Yeah. No. I haven't seen him. I don't know.
Oh man.
Now, I wonder for the Warriors because they don't have another option if Poole's not going to be effective, right? They don't have another guard they can go to off the bench. Like Gary Payton can't do that stuff. Like Clay is not a playmaker. Otto Porter is not nimble enough anymore to do like some of the playmaking he did back in Washington. I guess you just hope Draymond does it, or maybe Iguodala becomes the playmaker, but he can't really move. So I don't know what you do there.
That's asking a lot of Iguodala to just jump in at this age. Right?
I am staggered that he's gotten into 2 NBA Finals games at this point. I love him. I love him. I think he's been one of the smartest players of this era. He was definitely a huge part of their success early. But at some point, you have to say, man, it would be like Spo playing UD right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get it.
Man. It's that.
Dog, how much further off are we?
No, I think it's about. I mean, it's not. It's close, but it's not there. But we're right about that cusp.
Dog,
we're looking at it. I mean, it's. But I'm with you. Like he shouldn't be playing at all. Like I'm with you there. The question is, do you give any of the young guys? Like, do you go with Kuminga just to have athleticism? He's going to make mistakes.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's like they're just in a tough spot where Draymond has to play much better. I think you got to have Curry playing. The get ready to get Curry playing the whole second half. That was a weird stretch where they sat him at the end of the third and then brought him back in the fourth. And it was, I know, foul trouble and things like that. You got a lot of stuff you're going to have to figure out, but your starters are going to have to play heavy minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if Steph is going to have it in him after. We'll see what the injury actually is. Yeah. Someone who I trust who was watching this game with knowledge about Steph throughout his career, he said it looked like a foot injury.
Wow.
Did you talk to? It's Del funny. Curry did you talk to Del Curry?
Well,
Seth Curry's in that new Adam Sandler movie Hustle. Dave Yeager is awful in that movie. He's so bad in that movie.
Not my guy. Not my guy, Yeags.
He's not
supposed to
be.
He's
not an actor.
In that movie.
He's not supposed to be good.
Bad. He's so
bad.
What does he
play? Wait, what does he play?
Himself.
Oh wow.
And it's just walking. He's just walking. And I don't buy it.
That's like it's like
you know what though? Walking's
Brad Stevens
hard
also
on
like
terrible
TV.
in it.
Steve Kerr and
Terrible. Brad
Thunderstruck.
Stevens is terrible.
You know those like 60-minute interviews where they have to get like some B-roll of someone walking outside the
Yeah.
building?
Yeah.
It never goes well. Would you guys be a good walker if you were part of one of those 60-minute interviews where you just have to walk on the sidewalk for like 20 paces?
You and Cokie Roberts like doing like a chat walk and talks position.
I think I would get too far in my head and I'd start walking like that Roy Williams gif when he comes into the locker room. Like, I think I would just start doing that the whole time. And they would have, no, we got to do that again. I'm like, that's all I got. It's the only move I've got. I don't know what to tell you.
The Kaiser Soze, you just start limping and then walking it off. Oh, sorry. Was that a spoiler alert?
Spoiler, jeez. I think I might try to like Euro step Barbara Walters at one point. You know, just like to get around her.
If you
I need
pass
to
by
address
like a
this real
doorway,
quick.
you have to tap
You have
the
to
doorway.
slap it. Yeah, every time.
It's an automatic.
Quick question or a quick observation. So Adam Jameson asked the question: is Gobert getting traded to the Mavs? And I don't want to talk about that, but I do want to talk about how my cousin E.
Great segue.
In the no, but watch this. Like in the group chat, every time he talks about Rudy Gobert, he spells it Golbert, and all this whole time I was like, I'm not going to correct what's obviously an autocorrect kind of thing. It's like, we get it. I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Until like yesterday, he revealed that he's like, wait, there's no L in Gobert.
Oh no!
So this is only on chat. You didn't hear him say Golbert.
No. So he's been saying Golbert, like Gold Bond medicated.
Yes.
Foot powder.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is someone who
Good for
speaks
him.
French, by the way. This is the best one.
That's even
Someone who's born in France.
Hey, Amin, I asked you this before the game, and I need some breaking news, some reporting, some investigative reporting. What happened with the hoop? The hoop was
Dude,
10
let me tell you
feet
something.
and
So they're
4
warming up,
inches? How does that
warming
happen?
and
You know how that
Kuminga
happened.
apparently was doing all these incredible dunks, and then here comes the ladder and the guy with the leveler and the measurements, and it's like, and it took forever, and the Warriors were pissed. I'm gonna say this right now. I was sitting there, and they were not happy. Like, it's like, this is the bullshit that happens in this building. Someone else mentioned that the locker room temperature was also kind of iffy in there. So this is all pregame. So I don't know, a little Red Auerbach shenanigans happening here.
There we go.
Mike Ryan consistently just drops things I say in a private group chat into the show. So I'm going to say something that he said in a chat where I put the John Hollinger tweet into this chat. Warriors a bit delayed getting pregame shot in because the rim was set a couple inches too high. And he says, it's cute that the take here is, wow, they tried to cheat the Warriors rather than investigate the Eastern Conference Finals.
There you go. Attaboy. Shout out to Logan Smith, who asked the question. Any precedent for a head coach winning the title if the Celtics pulled off? I don't know. Is there a precedent anywhere in this building? Perhaps the coach of the other team.
I mean, it's happened like 4 times, right? Like
right.
in recent memory, Kerr, Nick Nurse, Ty Lue, like there's a lot of them here that have just been doing this.
Zach, I just wanted to do the.
Is there any precedent for this not happening?
I wanted to do the horrible bosses. The deal here. Like, so
deal.
Let me think. Does Mo look like the general in every sci-fi movie who says, "We better call the president"?
let me just hold on, just total silence. Let me get into character. Gentlemen, we have to call the president.
See, I don't think there's a gentleman in there. I
I ad-libbed it. I don't know. I go off script.
Ass on right there.
Oh,
wow.
Golden dumpster means trying to get on NBA TV.
It worked. It worked apparently.
Juju sent me a video.
Oh yeah, already?
Hand in the back.
Has it been posted?
Juju sent me a video like 40 minutes ago.
What would Barack say about the media accommodations there at the arena? What would Barack say about all the?
It's a great question.
Let me think about what he would say. He would say something like, "Now, Boston Garden is where. Hey, is this where he got nominated? By the way, I'm asking a real question. Did he accept the nomination?
This is a terrible Obama impression.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm just looking for background info so I can ad lib this well, as opposed
I'm
to
on
just
it. I'm on it. Yeah.
bullshitting. Yeah. By the way,
Hey,
Amin looks
Siri,
like he's at a Pittsburgh
did-
Pirates game, front row.
Barack Obama
Nice.
get nominated for
I
president.
think I'm seeing Denver.
Yeah, I think that's the.
I found this on the web for where did Barack Obama get nominated for president? Check it out.
It's no help at all.
This is, why do you have Alexa now?
He's filibustering right now. Amin's
Called
filibustering.
Siri?
There we go.
Siri.
Boston was announced as the host of the convention 2004. Okay. So that's when he had the big speech. Okay. So, all right. Now, okay. Now, so I have a lot of fond memories of this building. I came here with Michelle, Sasha, Malia, and I gave a speech. The speech ultimately propelled me to the presidency 4 years later. Now, Governor Romney doesn't want that. He's from Massachusetts, and he wants me out of this building. And as a result, we had no stats, no replays. It's a travesty. And Mitch McConnell and the rest of the RNC, they can eat a dick. That's right. It's up there to you. Wow.
And-
Barry
and-
talking this
and-
shit now.
And you know, it was in
Cock
Denver.
sources.
It was in Denver
Cock
that you
sources.
accepted this, right?
4 years later, my fine Muslim friend.
Careful, Barack. I care about you.
And,
Getting dangerous now. You're one of us. It doesn't matter. He's one of us.
hold on. Let me just
Wait.
say, hold on. Let me look the closest clear. Okay. You know, I've always thought that Boston Garden is a building with a lot of history and a lot of class. The Celtics are a class organization. But you mean to tell me you can't even give me some Wi-Fi that works?
I mean, don't look over your left shoulder. Don't look over your left shoulder. He is coming.
Getting nervous.
Oh man.
I was just hoping for him.
I've never
to
What makes
show
matters
up right
worse.
behind you.
Everybody chill. I have to go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom bad, man.
Hey,
A lot of water.
You
Doc,
too. No.
Doc, what did you think of Udoka's performance
You know,
tonight?
Look, I mean, he did a great job. He reminded me of me in the finals all those years ago. You know, I saw someone here in the crowd. He had an Ubuntu shirt on, and I just thought that was great. I thought it was great that, you know, our lasting legacy, the biggest ovation of the night came when Paul stood up. He was in the corner, and he was talking to Jadakiss and the rest of the bands. And I thought it was great. And I'm willing to come back at any time to Boston if you're hiring.
Wait, hiring? I have a name of someone you should hire. If you're hiring
There
people,
we go.
I'm asking if Boston's hiring because I'd love to come back. You know, I mean, hey, it's not Blake's fault. It really isn't.
no, like I think if you're building a staff, I have a name for you.
What's that?
Mo DeKeel. Do you know Mo?
Oh, you know, I think Mo's the best. And I told him I fought for him. Oh,
The problem is
He
that's
would've said
exactly what he
that.
has said to
That's
other people.
exactly- yeah.
Exactly what he has said to other people. That's the
Oh,
best part
no.
about this.
I fought for him.
He has routinely bumped into my sisters in LA, and my sisters, family over
hey, Mo-
everything else, have given him like an
Mo's
evil
the
eye.
best.
And he literally goes, "Oh, I love Mo. Mo's
Right,
just
I
too
love Mo.
smart to be in
Too
this.
smart,
He needs to be
too
doing something
smart."
else."
Now,
And all
all
this
right.
stuff.
Hold on. Look, I believe Mo here, okay? But is it out of the realm of possibility
That Mo's
that
too
Donald
smart?
Sterling,
Yes.
that Donald Sterling would just like no Muslims.
No,
Oh.
you know why, Zach? I'll tell you why. I went out with Donald Sterling.
What?
Same year.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Whoa,
It was the same year.
Welcome to Basketball Illuminati.
Yes.
What?
Mo DeKeel going out with
We
Donald
maybe need
Sterling?
to work on some
Oh.
of your syntax here, Mo, because you just
Now I
shouting,
know.
I went out with Donald Sterling.
My
Yo,
bad.
shout out to Brusco in the chat. And there it is.
Yo.
There's still time. If you want to retract that, Mo's
man.
Twitter account is the winner of the finals so far. You can still
It's gonna be
retract
deleted
that.
by the end of the
We
night.
still got,
It's
yeah,
gonna
we
be
still
gone.
got some time.
Mo-
We'll
It's gonna
edit
be
it out in
gone.
post.
Mo looks like a cop that gets too aggressive during the flag football game versus the fire department.
Yes. Fuck them dudes.
One Mo skeleton. Mo Stiviani. I'm gonna pee myself, I swear.
Oh, man.
I'm sweating. Oh.
If I pee in this bottle right now, you think anyone will
Did you
notice?
say pee-pee?
If I pee in this bottle, I say, you think anyone will notice?
Stephen A. would. He's got his eyes on you.
Steve is just waiting.
If you do
Yeah.
it in a Stephen A. accent, people might think it was Stephen A. that pissed on the sideline.
Molly. I'm walking through this class organization, this house that hangs band history, and you mean to tell me this Amin Elhassan, who does
Can you
who does
whisper,
the most
Stephen A?
ridiculous? Yeah, who does the most ridiculous impression of me? I mean, seriously, where did you guys find this guy? He's no Chris Red, I'll tell you that. All right, I gotta pee.
We got
man.
we got a Curry update from Chris Haynes.
Okay.
Steph Curry says his
Is it
foot
me?
injury feels similar to how he injured it against Boston in the regular season, but he said he doesn't expect to miss a game. That's the Curry update so far.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
a
all
foot
just
more than-
propaganda.
Haters will say he's snubbed.
I think
What
it's
we got?
propaganda. He can't say that it's bothering him because then they're just going to exploit it. They're going to go right at it. Not that it's going to.
They're going to go right at him anyways. I don't
Yeah.
think it makes a difference. That's,
It's not
the
gonna
strategy from the beginning should have been going
Yeah.
at Curry.
He's got a nice cardigan on right now, though. It's like a baby blue. It's got an M on there on the left side. It's a nice look, though.
I mean, it's going to the bathroom.
Wow, I mean, zero cheeks right there. I don't know.
I
Jason
wonder if
Tatum's
he's
got to
gonna-
be the Finals MVP favorite at this point. Yeah?
No, Jaylen Brown.
You got
I
Jaylen
say
Brown.
Jaylen
in
Brown.
this.
I got Jaylen Brown with the slight edge over Steph Curry, who has a slight edge over Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Jason Tatum wasn't good in game 2. Straight
He
up.
shot 30% from the field in the first 2 games. I think he's under 35% from the series so far. But I will say this: like his passing is phenomenal.
I mean, that was such a big part of this game and
Yeah.
in game 1. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
9
think
assists tonight.
Jalen's defense has been better. I think his attacking has been better. It probably needs to be, spread out a little bit more over the course of the game. But he had a couple of really good moments in the second half to help clinch that victory. And I
But you
think
guys-
Jalen's got the slight edge for me.
But the honest truth is, just the way the whole playoffs have gone and everything, and Stugotz is always right. It's going to be Al
Mhm.
Horford. just the way it always works.
He had 2 points in game 2. Yeah,
He
I
did.
mean,
It doesn't
And
matter.
he
Zach.
gave
He's
up a
going to win it.
7-point play.
He's
He
going
gave
yeah,
up
he
a
gave a
7-point
7-point
play in
play.
game 3.
Yeah.
Listen, I just
And they
in my
won.
experience, in my limited run, being just Dan Le Batard adjacent, Stugotz appears to be always correct. So I just think like it's going to be Al Horford.
Can you explain? You had beef with Dan. Is that settled now?
It is settled. I mean, this is probably more like vanity on my end, but every time he'd bring up the post-game show, he'd talk about how smart you are, Tom, how great Amin is. He'd even bring up Zach. And I
Wow.
listen to the show all the time, and I'm just sitting there going like, okay, I figure I'll be the next one. And then it's on to the next subject.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
just,
you brought it today. Yeah.
I was a little bit, hurt, but you know
Well,
what?
he brought it until we found out that he and Donald Sterling exited at the same time, and now
Exited the organization at the same time, man. Damn, I
Hey,
messed
man.
that one up. Good. Maybe
Yeah.
we can edit this one in post.
nah,
But
no
you know what?
time.
But I'll say this. Dan, being the great guy that he is, sent me a message, thanked me for all the hard work, and you know what?
Oh,
I'm bought
Oh.
easily.
what a guy.
hard to work.
Wonderful dude. Said, man, it was great. So we're no beef. We're done.
H. Gore
You sure it
says,
was
I
actually
won't
him?
lie.
had
I
no
won't
idea.
lie. H. Gore says, I didn't like Dan leaving Mo out. Yeah. See?
Yeah,
I was
thank
was
you.
fine with it, to be honest. Like I
Yeah.
was okay with
Well,
it. Yeah.
that's not a shock at all, Zach. That's
To
not
be
a shock
honest,
at
Zach,
I'm just
I
being a
didn't
team
even hear
player.
it. Didn't even hear
Yeah.
it, Zach. I was even
being a
one
team player.
step
I mean,
forward.
He mentioned
Yep.
Tom. He mentioned me. Well, we're gonna go mention what Damian Lee did tonight, or Chris Chiozza, or Andre Iguodala, or we're good. Can't mention the whole Warriors team.
I thought Amin was slandering Andre Iguodala. You just put him in the same sentence as Chris Chiozza?
Oh,
He's
man.
back.
Chris Chiozza
Let me
was
tell you
dressed
something.
like
What
he was
was
in the
it?
movie Torque tonight.
Oh my
Oh, he
God,
look-
that's perfect. Yes, that was so bad.
I thought he looked like straight out of Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. But then again, I was very far from the court, so he might have been wearing anything. I just saw it was very red.
It's pretty close. That's pretty good too. Yeah.
So this arena smells like beer, like just drenched in beer everywhere, and it's
I
not
would,
because
I would
Sam Adams,
anticipate
man.
that.
Yeah.
number two.
They invented
As
beer
I
in
read-
Boston, pretty much, right? Science.
I have a question for Angel Riviera in the chat, who said that I look like a boxer the night after a big fight. Like, do I look all beat up? Is this what we're saying?
No, don't say that about
So it
him.
smells like beer. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a little hurt.
We were just pumping you
The
up.
other
too.
the other thing was all the
Just asking what the chat was saying.
bathrooms had like out of service, so I just had to like bum rush one of them, like go under the yellow tape and like, look, I'm using this urinal. You're not gonna stop me.
yeah. What are they gonna do? Like, no one's there after the game, right? Like, no one's there.
By the way, like whenever I have to pee really badly and it goes the way it did, I'm always reminded of this commercial for is it Flomax? Is
Flomax.
it, do you have a going problem or a growing problem? And it's about like having prostate cancer. And I always wonder, like ever since I've seen that commercial like 20 years ago, I've always wondered, like every time I pee and we have to go.
That's
like,
what that means.
do I have a growing problem? Yeah, it's
I thought it was
prostate
just
is
like a
growing.
Cialis.
Yeah, that's what
I've been
that's
taking
where I
it
go
for
with
erectile dysfunction, and
Mm.
it explains a
It's
lot.
that-
You have a
It
growing
Like-
problem.
explains a lot.
Only works in the sunlight for Zach.
It
I always
does.
put that in the
Oh,
same
sun
like,
down.
kinda-
Zach
I always
calls
put
his
that in
cock
the same
daywalker.
horny category of advertising, like, hey,
Hey,
your
man.
wife is hot.
Hey, I mean, where's the kazoo and all that
Fix
stuff?
the
You couldn't
AC?
bring it with you to the game? Oh, wait.
See this right on NBA TV.
Oh my god.
Just
It's
keep
like
it
they
real.
like-
I've seen a lot of props in my day, but in this building, the building that
Oh shit!
Red
There's
Auerbach.
Chris Mullen. I can't do this with Chris Mullen.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Hey,
can.
Mully.
hey Molly, look at
Hey, Mully.
oh my god, hey Molly.
Ask Mully to do the slide whistle.
No,
No.
that's a
Ask if
COVID
him-
violation,
ask-
bro.
Come on,
Ask if he has a
violation.
Stephen A. Impression.
Oh, naked
He probably
HDXYZ love to cheap fuck. Then we are 39 REN was blocked for 5 minutes. He's
REN.
back.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brusco, that's a fine.
Guys, right now on NBA TV with Steph Curry at the podium, we have a poll of who will win Game 4. There's a QR code on the screen that you can vote with. Celtics currently 59% to win Game 4. Warriors,
Lower than I thought.
60-40 now. 60-40.
Oh, it's live.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
it's live.
who are you guys predicting? Who would you be voting?
61-39.
Everyone I talked to, everyone I talked to,
yeah.
everyone I talked to tonight said this thing is going home 2-2 back to San Francisco. Doesn't matter who wins Game 3, the other team is going to win Game 4.
I agree.
And I'm inclined to agree.
Yep.
I picked the
Also, by
Celtics
the
win
way-
tonight, and I think the
So-
Warriors win Game 4.
There's a big chance I'm not going to be able to go to Game 6 because hotel rooms in this city
Or
are
ridiculous.
insane, like $900, and I'm like, I'm literally trying to like figure out whether it's cheaper for me to like literally stay in New York and then after the game go back to New York.
Hartford,
Wow.
at least. It's a beautiful city.
I'm not going to
Go to
Hartford. Why would I
Hartford.
go to
Go to
Hartford?
Bristol.
Go to
Why would I go to-
Bristol, yeah. You know some people
I don't know.
there.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
friends, don't you?
Hey,
Yeah,
get a
don't you,
ride
man?
with Stephen A. back to
America.
the city.
America's COVID patient, America's favorite COVID patient. Go back to his hometown.
Revealing more.
Yeah.
More clues are being put out there.
I didn't know
now
Aaron
I got it.
Hernandez
I'm
had
picking
COVID.
up what you're putting down. Yeah.
Might be time.
It's 59 minutes now on the clock. I think we might as well wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Big stat. The Warriors were out rebounded by 16 on the boards tonight. The Celtics had 32 pointers compared to 37 in the first two games. I'm going to repeat that one for the fourth time.
Stat.
Give me a stat here to round out the three stats.
I got a stat here. So 12 turnovers for the Celtics. That now moves their record in this postseason to 13-2. When they have 15 or fewer turnovers in a game, they are 1-5 with 16 or more. How about that?
That's a good one. Daniel Eads says,
ESPN
mention me, please. I won't. Okay, so Cox sources. Here's another stat. 13-0. Celtics are 13-0 with Scott Foster officiating. This season, they haven't lost. Not game one against the Milwaukee Bucks. Didn't happen. Scott Foster was not on that game.
No, not at all.
David Guthrie gave no technical fouls, says Daniel Eads. Yeah, big surprise. I actually thought he was going to give one to Draymond Green earlier in this game.
I thought. Did you not think that he was going to get one when he fouled out?
I did.
That
That
was
Dumb, man. You're still accruing. Like, what are you doing?
I'm shocked.
He might know that getting suspended for game 4 might be their best chance at winning game 4. Levels to this.
Yeah, that's true. Then they got to go loony
Keep
the
your
whole
third eye
time.
open. Draymond's trying to get suspended for game 4 because he's just not bringing it.
It just
Jason
turns
Tatum.
into Iguodala starting. It would just be Iguodala starting at that point.
Jason Tatum wearing baby blue at the podium. What's going on? Steph Tatum? A lot of baby blue.
he was out here. He was out here like definitely working. All right, bro.
Come on, brother.
All right, I'll see
What
you.
y'all talking about?
Nothing much. We talking about this game, man.
Man, that was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
What happened, Fez?
The Celtics came to play. They were physical. Shoot points in the paint. Was it 50-20?
Why didn't Looney get back in the game?
I feel like they felt like the offense was stagnant with two guys in Draymond and Loon, and so they try to keep one in the game. Draymond being the guy, and tonight was just a night where the Celtics just came on. They were just physical and outworked the guys, and so Friday is a must-win for the Warriors. How about that?
There you have it. Must win. Thanks a lot, Fez. And you guys said I can't get interviews.
Fez and I went to the same high school. How about that?
Oh, for real?
Hey,
Yeah.
what's the mascot? How did you not say
20
that? Yeah.
Marauders. Actually, he went there, but I don't think he actually ended up playing basketball there for some reason. I don't know what
I
happened.
think he went there. I think he went
you
there
were there.
academically. No,
You took a spot on the team?
I was there about 18 years before he was.
No. Zach, this is what I have. I have you as Tom Arnold and Fez as Karl Malone in Soul Plane.
100%. Yeah. We didn't pass to you because you suck.
Wow.
There's Sam Amick. Can I get Amick's? Oh man, I don't think I can get his.
You guys
attention.
better
He
get
looks
to the
locked
bar. If Sam's there, you guys got.
Oh,
Sam's
that
there,
for
you're
real
right.
hospitality. Mo, where we at, man?
I'll tell you later. I've learned my lesson.
Oh my
I'll send
goodness.
you a
Yeah,
text.
no, he's
I've learned.
the
I'm
dangerous game of
coachable.
mean.
I'm coachable. By the way, though, if you guys do need my social security number, it is.
Mo Dakil _NBA on Twitter. Go watch one Mo thing. He's probably going to have another one about this game 3 here.
Yep.
Also, Zach Harper, thank you for joining us. Cinephobe. What is Cinephobe and where can we find that? Yeah.
Let me just tell you this, all right, as we ascertain. Cinephobe, tomorrow, McConaughey month, The Beach Bum, a movie no one has seen. You see it on Hulu. We reviewed it. You want to check that one out. Amin, spoiler alert for what Amin's look is there.
Phobe. Also, check out Basketball Illuminati. We had Andy Larson on this show from the Salt Lake Tribune
I love Andy.
to drop some information
That's my
about
guy.
reporting in the NBA and the game within the game. He dropped some knowledge. Go listen to that. And you know what? Go check out Le Batard and Friends, the whole entire feed. Go listen to I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's the Le Batard Show. Dan's favorite analyst Mo DeKeel joins us today, and I'm really excited about it. Stephen A, or Barack, do you want to take us out? Or
I forgot to tell you guys, I met Neil Long today. That was cool too. That's
You
it.
sound
That's
like
what
shit.
wow.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
what
I-
happens when you pack up your mic before you even get before we're done
Yeah,
with the
he's
show.
trying to.
Yeah, he's already out.
hospitality. I don't know about y'all, man. We got stuff to
You
do.
don't even know where it is.
Thank you, Danny,
Mo, where's
for
it?
producing this and staying up with us. And we'll catch you next time.
Bye.